Good morning, my dear students, my lovely and dynamic students. I hope you will be doing good and you will be excited for your EVS video today. So today in video I will share again few difficult words that you came across while reading types of clothes. Last week I have given you the homework for reading of this chapter and I hope you have done the reading of this chapter thoroughly. We have done the keywords of this chapter and the back exercise, but we have not discussed the difficult words. So today let's focus and understand those words which you have heard first time and you are struggling hard to understand the meaning of these words. Okay, so I'm reading this chapter again for you, and wherever we found a difficult word I will explain you, right? So let's start the chapter quickly. Do you have a glass of water along with you? How can I miss that? So quickly take a sip of water quickly. Okay, so before I start reading of this chapter and making you understand the difficult words, I want you to recall the words and the needs that we have discussed before holidays. If you remember, I have shared with you one video, basic needs of living things. So my dear, what we have learned in that video? We have learned that all the living things need few basic things to live, right? Like we need air to breathe. We also need a house that protect us from heat, cold and rain. Air, house, and what is the most important thing that we need to live? That is food, right? And clothes. So we have already done one chapter of types of houses and why do we need a house, right? And now we are focusing on the second need, that is types of clothes. And clothes is our basic need, right? So let's focus on the difficult words now. We wear different types of clothes in different seasons. We need clothes to protect ourselves from heat, cold and rain. So we wear clothes according to the seasons. We wear clothes made of cotton and linen. What is a cotton and what is a linen? Okay, let's focus here now. Fine. So now look here. You can see this is a plant. Okay, it's a plant of a cotton. You can see this flower, right? And if you see this flower came from this bud. And what is inside this bud? It is a cotton. Okay, so we get cotton from a plant. Cotton plant is a natural fiber. Now you must be surprised, ma'am, what is a fiber? Any kind of thread. Have you heard about the name of thread? Dhaga, that we use to stitch our clothes. Yes, my dear, all the fibers, it's look like a thread and we get the thread from different plants and different animals, right? But this cotton is a natural fiber which we get from a plant. Fine. And this plant is a shrub. And there is another plant named flax plant. And this flax plant is used to get a thread, a natural fiber named linen. So what is a linen? Linen is a kind of a cloth that we get from a fiber, and that fiber we will get from this plant named flax plant. Okay, so now you can see that the cotton and the flax plant, both of the plant, both we get, cotton plant and the flax plant, these are the natural things, and we get cotton and linen clothes from natural fibers. Fiber means, I told you, it's a kind of a thread, right? Okay, let me show you what is a silkworm. See, this is a silkworm. And what's the cocoon? If you see, this is a silkworm, and I have played this video a little speedy, but you can see how the silkworm is making cocoon. So what is a cocoon? Cocoon is a product or the kind of a larva which is made by silkworm, right? And from this cocoon, what we will get? We will get a fiber named silk, and from that fiber we make the cloth. And you know what is the feature of this, the most important feature of this cloth? That silk clothes make us warm, and we use these kind of clothes in winter season, right? Like cotton and linen clothes make us cool, keep us cool, and similarly these cocoon clothes that keeps us warm. And now let's think about the rain. If you have a rain, now the rainy season is coming, right? So in rainy season, what kind of a clothes we need? We need a cloth. Let's understand the another difficult words. There's another difficult word in this chapter, that is mills. Have you heard about the mills? If you have seen this word loom, we have now done. Now let's understand the meaning of mills. What is mills? Mills only a place. It is a place where many big machines are placed and worked. So let me show you one of the mill scene. Okay. Today we will watch that how the cotton is changed into a cloth. From the farm of the cotton, you will see the cotton plants, and from here this cotton is collected, harvested and collected and taken into the mills. These are the harvesting machines, and all the cotton plants are collected into the rolls, and then these rolls taken to the mills.
Do you want to go to a mill? So let's take a tour of this mill. If you can see, this is a mill. This is a very huge factory where huge machines are placed and the cotton is cleaned and changed into this thread. Then from this thread, it is woven into the cotton clothes. This is a weaving machine you can see here, and this thread is now changed into the cotton clothes. Then this is washed and stitched. So when you go into the market and buy the ready-made clothes, it is made like this in a very huge mills or the factories. I hope you enjoyed this tour.
So now let's talk about the rainy season. In rainy season, what kind of a clothes we want to wear? We want to wear such clothes that keeps us dry. No, you are a very naughty students. You want to have bath in rain. Okay, fine, you take a bath in the rain, but sometimes our parents or sometimes we too wants to go for a party and we dressed up, but there is a rain outside. So what you want? You don't want to get wet. You don't want that your clothes get wet, right? So what do? You take a protection. You want such clothes that keeps your dress dry, right? So what do you choose that time? We choose a clothes made up of rubber or plastic. Rubber or plastic. So have you ever tried to feel your raincoat, which is And have you ever think that what kind of a material is used to make your raincoat? So try to touch, get tell your mama to get the raincoat to you, touch it, feel it, and if you can feel it properly, you can realize that your raincoat is made up of a material that is plastic. So now, after reading the chapter and understanding all the difficulties that we came across in this chapter, let's open your notebook and start your writing work. Right? On 2nd of July, you have already done types of clothes keywords. So these keywords you have already done. Now, what we will do today? Today, you take out the new page, write the date and classwork. Write in the middle of the first line. In the middle of the first line, you have to write the name of your number and the name of the chapter. Don't write your headings here. You have to write the headings in the middle, in the center of first line. Okay. Now write the heading new terms. Now what the new terms you have learned? Looms. You have seen what is the looms? A device used to weave clothes. Mill. What is a mill? A factory. Right? Now number 3 is fleece. What is a fleece? A soft woolly covering of sheep or goat. So never write that fleece is a skin. Okay, like we have a hair on our body and we got our haircut, and after haircut, after some time you will observe that your hair grows again. Similarly, these animals have this woolly hair on their body, and when we take out this fleece from their body, it grows again. Okay, so this is not a crime. We can take out fleece from the body of sheep and goat. It will grow again and the animals will not get harmed. They kept alive. Okay. So we are not killing the animals here. You need to understand, to get the fleece, we are not killing the animals. Okay. We are just taking out their hair and it will grow again. Number 4, uniform. What is a uniform? Uniform is a special set of clothes that look exactly the same. Like we wear school uniform, astronauts wear their uniform which is called spacesuit. Firefighters wear their own uniform which protects them in the fire. Okay. After that, on the left side of this page, what you will do? You will write this first question. What types of clothes will you wear in these 3 seasons? Summer, winter and rainy. This is, see, my drawing is not that good, so you can draw it well. You can draw any picture, or if your drawing is not good, you can paste the pictures of summer, winter and rainy. And after that, you need to write 3 to 4 name of the clothes that you wear in that season. This is just... I've given you the example. You can change these words and write your own. Right? So, after this, you have to do few questions. Let's understand these questions. Why do we need clothes? It's very easy and very simple answer. You have to write at least 3 lines. So, we need clothes to cover our body. Number 1. Number 2, we need clothes to protect ourselves from heat, cold and rain. So this is our basic need, and for that basic need we need our clothes. And number 3, you can write, we also need clothes to look smart. We need clothes to look beautiful and confident, right? So have you felt that whenever you wear nice dress, you feel very confident and you feel pride, right? So these 3 lines you can write over here. If you know another line, very good lines, you can write that also. Number 2 question we will do. Why do we wear uniform in schools? Think about it. These are some different questions that I'm going to discuss with you. Why do we wear uniform in schools? We wear uniform, everybody knows. Uniform is the same set of clothes, now we know that. But why we wear uniform? Okay, let's understand the answer. Uniform is the same set of clothes. First you will write what is the uniform. Then you will write we wear uniform to look smart. This is number 1. And number 2, when everyone wears same uniform, it gives us pride. It gives us a sense of unity. We feel that we all are same and equal, right? Irrespective of our colors, caste and creed, whether we are Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or we belongs to any region, we belongs to any country, but if we wear same uniform, it gives us the feeling of unity. Unity means we feel that we all are equal, right? So it's a very good thing, you should learn about it. Now this is your homework. This is all homework, but why I'm giving you this question here, you need to think about it. Okay, I want your own answers here. How do animals and birds protect themselves from heat, cold and rain? As we learned that the clothes is one of the basic need, right, of living things, of human being. But if you remember, when I have shared with you one video where our guest was a koel, a singing bird, we discuss about this thing. Now I want you to recall and give me the answer. Do they also need clothes? Why or why not? That you have to give me the answer. Okay? How do animals and birds protect themselves from heat, cold or rain? Do they also need clothes? You have to give the answer in context with clothes. Do they need clothes to protect themselves from heat, cold and rain? Why or why not? So that's all for today. Goodbye. Take care and take care of your family also. And we'll see you again tomorrow, because tomorrow again we have EVS class. So I'll bring something new for you tomorrow for related to chapter Our Food, right? So this chapter is finished here. Goodbye. Take care.